My name is Andy Ross. I'm a cargo pilot for a living, and as a hobby, I fly this bush plane all over the United States. And I got this Heybike to expand the possibilities of the adventures that I can do, and it's made a huge difference. My wife and I recently took the Heybike over to Catalina Island, right off the coast of California. It's a famous island where a Hollywood elite used to go to party, and it's about 35 miles long, and right in the middle is the airport in the sky. They carved off the top of two mountains and filled in the valley and created this runway with cliffs on either side. It's very dramatic and beautiful in the middle of the island, and it's great to take a little airplane in there.
Two left 66. Now we're following up 3412 in 0 for 1 down.
The Heybike has enabled us to land at the airport in the middle of the island, travel the 10 miles on a windy gravel and bumpy asphalt road into town, ride around town, enjoy the sights, have a meal, and then also get back to the airport, which is another 10 miles, up climbing 1,600 feet up to the level of the airport. And the Heybike can not only handle the bumps with the great suspension and the fat tires, but has the battery capacity and the speed to make that trip not only possible, but enjoyable. The other bike we took with us, a common competing bike, it could not handle the trip at all, so it really highlighted the capability of the Heybike. And after that trip, actually before the trip was over, my wife insisted she's getting a Heybike because the other bike just is not adequate. The ride was rough, she ran out of battery power, and there I was just having a great time on the Heybike. So there's another Heybike in our future. So one other place I'm looking forward to going is Death Valley, which is the lowest point in the United States, obviously very hot there. And there are 2 airstrips there where you can land, and again, there's nothing there. Without the Heybike, I would just be stuck in the desert of Death Valley with no place to go. So with the Heybike, I can grab my backpack, I can ride to the resort, I can go to the dunes and go back in minimum time, minimum effort, and go enjoy it. The same is true at hundreds or thousands of other places around the United States. Without this Heybike, it's not possible. Things I love about the Heybike is the fact that it's powerful, has a lot of range, and can carry a lot of load. And the suspension really makes the ride great, which is an experience at a lot of places that I'm able to fly. There's a lot of rough road, backcountry, it's just nature, so the Heybike can handle all of that. Whether it's hot or cold, I expect that the Heybike is going to be a partner with me on all the adventures. As a matter of fact, as I've been flying with the Heybike more, it's becoming basic safety equipment when I fly. On longer trips, you don't know where you might need to land for a variety of different reasons. And if I'm landing somewhere where I need to ride into town to get to the hotel, or get some fuel, or get some food, or some tools, the Heybike will make that possible. If I'm on foot, I'm going to have to spend the night in the airplane or in a tent or something. The Heybike is a real rescue to me to have that with me. So it'll be with me a lot in my future flying. One example where I wish I would have had the Heybike is at a regular airport I landed in Alaska called Birchwood Airport. It's a big airport, hundreds of planes, but guess what? No Lyft, no Uber, no taxi, and phone reception is marginal as well. So I ended up walking literally for 2 hours to get to the local store so I could use their store phone to be able to get some kind of transportation. Had I had the Heybike, it would have been a 5 to 10 minute enjoyable ride, but instead it was a 2-hour hike. Before, without the Heybike, I just land next to the glacier at this airstrip and I look at everything from a distance, but I can't go anywhere because I can't take any equipment with me. So the Heybike is going to dramatically change how much a bush plane, or any plane for that matter, can be used for fun and adventure, and as far as I'm concerned, for rescue and safety. The beauty of having an e-bike, especially the Heybike, versus a regular bike, is that you can go a lot further without sweating, and you can carry more stuff. And having fat tires, which an e-bike allows you to have without too much trouble, it just adds comfort and convenience to all of that. I'm really excited about the future of the adventures that we're going to have with a combination of the plane and the bike. It's really become a combination that makes adventures possible that haven't been able to be done at all before. These planes have been flying for decades. Bikes have existed since before flying, but the combination of an e-bike with the United States Freedom Flying and these small airplanes allows, like I said, adventures that just weren't possible before. You can land in backcountry strips and go deep into nature. You don't have to be in amazing shape because the Heybike will get there as fast and comfortable as you feel like. So I'm really looking forward to taking it on a lot more adventures, and I can't wait to share my stories.